Very good morning to all my kids. This video is of chapter 8, that is a completely new chapter of science, and this chapter is a chapter of biology. That is a stream, or that is another part of the science. The chapter is cell structure and functions. So you know that in this chapter we will learn about the cell, the discovery of cell, structure of cell, the variety of cell number, shape and sizes. So these all part we will cover in today's video. So children, first of all, it is important to discuss what is cell. So you know that life is possible only on the planet Earth, and there are certain favorable conditions which make the which make life possible on the earth. So there are so many things, so many factors which help to develop a new life on the earth. In a same order, the cell is the same thing which always help or which is capable to generate a new life on the earth. So cell, all type of living organisms are composed of or made of smaller microscopic units. Okay, so these smaller and microscopic units are termed as cell. Every living organism, whether they are plants, animals or certain smaller creatures, everything is made by the very small unit, and these smaller unit are so small and so tiny, so it is not visible by our eyes. So these are microscopic in nature. With the help of microscope only they are visible or we can see. Okay, so these structural unit are the base of the life, and they are structural unit as well as the functional unit too. Okay, so children, there are so many type of organism which are made by the single cell. Sometimes a single cell means a one cell only. Okay, but sometimes it is made by so many type of cell. So here it is important to discuss the discovery of the cell. Who has discovered the cell first time? So discovery of cell is done by the scientist Robert Hooke in 1665. Sorry, the year was 1665. Okay, under the simple magnifying device. That was not a very complicated device, that was not a very complicated type of microscope. It was a simpler kind of microscope, and it is done on cork, that is a part of the bark of a tree. Okay, he took thin slices of cork and observed them under a microscope. He noticed a partitioned boxes or compartments in the cork slice. Okay, so he used a cork for the discovery of the cell in year 1665. Okay, so this cell is a structural as well as the functional unit too. Why it is structural and functional unit? Because this single cell is capable to generate a new life. Okay, as well as all the life processes, all type of processes are done inside this single cell. So that is why they are structural unit as well as the functional unit too. Okay, the organisms carry all type of activities. All type of activities means the respiration, the excretion, the transportation of the nutrients. These kind of activities which are important for the existence of life are done inside a cell, inside the single cell. That is why they are termed as structural and functional unit too. Okay, now the another thing which I want to tell you, that the branch of biology in which we study about the structure of cell. This is the branch of science or branch of biology in which we study about the cell and their structure. is termed as cytology or cell biology. Okay, this is a new thing which is not given in the book, but it is a part of this chapter, so I have explained you, I have discussed here. Okay, now children, there are so many cells which are found in the human body as well as in the animal's body and in the plant body. In human, there are trillions of cell, trillion numbers. Okay, their shapes are different, their sizes are different, so we can easily identify each and every living organism by their shapes, by their structure, because of the specific shape and structure of the cell. Okay, here you can see the two diagrams. This is the structure of amoeba and this is the paramecium. Both are a unicellular organism, means they are made by the single cell only. So we can divide all the living organism into two parts on the basis of the number of the cell. Some organisms are made by the single cell only, whereas some are made by so many cells. So all those organisms which are made by the single cell are termed as unicellular, whereas all those living organisms who are made by so many cells, they are termed as multicellular organism. So children, this is all for today. I hope you all have understood. And tomorrow in the next video we will discuss the shapes and their different kinds of cells, their structure and their function also. Okay, so please read this chapter till page number 92. Thank you for watching this video. Stay home and stay safe.